Question 23. A set of bivariate data is collected by measuring the height and arm span of 7 children. The graph shows a scatterplot of these measurements. Part A. Calculate Pearson's correlation coefficient for the data, correct to 2 decimal places. Part B. Identify the direction and strength of the linear association between height and arm span. In Part C, the equation of the least squares regression line is shown. A child has an arm span of 143 centimeters. Calculate the predicted height for this child using the equation of the least squares regression line. So let's have a look at Part A, which is to calculate Pearson's correlation coefficient for the data. So we're going to turn the calculator on, put it into stat mode, so we'll press mode, number 2, stat, and because it's bivariate data, we're going to go to mode 2, okay, and you'll see the 2 columns X and Y, so let's enter in the data. Okay, so this first point here is 136 for X. Actually, it might be quicker if you just do all the X values first, and then we'll do all the Y values. Because every time you press equals, the cursor goes down on the calculator, it doesn't go across. So this one here is 140. Okay, this one is, there's 244s. 144. We have 146. And we have 148. Okay. Now let's scroll back up and let's do the Y values. So we have 142. We have another one that's 142. This one's 146. This one's 148. This one's 149. This one's 150. And this one is 152. Press AC. Okay. Now, bring up the statistics menu, Shift 1, and number 5, Reg. And option 3, R. We get 0.98. Now it says identify the direction and strength of the linear association. Now the correlation coefficient is positive and it's very close to 1. So this would be a positive and strong. Linear association. And you can see that actually from the dots on the scatter plot that if you were to draw a line of best fit, the dots they align fairly close to the line. So you'd expect it to be, it's positive, and you'd expect it to be a strong, wouldn't say probably moderate, but anyways. Part C, the equation of the least squares regression line is shown. So a child has an arm span of 143 centimeters. Calculate the predicted height. So this is just substitution. So height is equal to 0.866 multiplied by arm span, and arm span 143 plus 23.7. 0.866 multiplied by 143 plus 23.7, and we get 147.538. And we can round that to the nearest centimeter, so this will be 148 centimeters to the nearest centimeter.